Today, we're going to be debunking Thought Slime. And soon enough, you'll see his name is very fitting because his thoughts are fucking shit. They're slime.
Hi, I'm Slimy Sally, and I'm going to teach you a foolproof way to defeat fascists in any argument or any debate.
Since you're authoritarian communist and left-winger, I'm guessing your approach to defeating fascism every single time is not to debate them at all, but in fact censor them by deplatforming them. Am I right?
The best part? You don't have to memorize a bunch of talking points. You don't even have to be a good public speaker. And even if you completely screw up, you cannot lose. Want to know the secret? It's easy. Don't debate fascists. Ever.
Censor your opposition? Oh my god, I can't believe you said that. I didn't know you were going to go there. I'm just kidding. I totally did. Now, let's be clear. Anybody that opposes him, in his mind, is a fascist. Right-wingers, like Trump supporters, they're fascist to him. Anybody that's right-wing to a communist is fascist. So let's be clear. He's not saying, oh, let's just, censor Nazis. He's saying, let's censor everybody that I disagree with. Which is exactly what left-wingers do. Look at YouTube. Look what Google does. Look what Facebook does. Look what Twitter does. Left-wingers and left-wing companies love to censor. So in this video, it's going to sound like I'm defending fascists. I'm not defending real fascists. I'm defending the innocent people that he's claiming are fascist. But even if he was fighting fascism, he's doing it all wrong. When you censor somebody, you give them more power. You make their ideas more appealing. So censoring them isn't a good idea. He's just being stupid. Which is no fucking surprise because he's communist and stupidity and communism go hand in hand.
Now, I'm not saying be quiet, but you have nothing to gain and everything to lose from an actual debate or argument. By giving them a platform, even to just expose their bigoted and hateful views or to present a counter-narrative, you're legitimizing them. Even if you're appearing on their platform, you're still drawing people in who are there to see you. You're giving them access to your audience. Even if your audience is just your friends and family, that still helps them grow and spread their ideas.
If his ideas were truly better, as he claims, then he would have no problem winning people over to his side in a debate. But he admits it. He admits that he's not good at winning people over. It's because his ideas suck. It's because facts and logic are never on a left-winger's side, so he has to resort to name-calling, like calling them Nazis and fascists even though they're not. He has to resort to censorship. He has to resort to strawmanning the person, saying that they hold a position that they don't even hold. Then fighting that. For example, saying that alt-righters want to kill Mexicans, saying that they want to kill colored people, even though that's not true. They want to do something scummy, yeah, they want to deport them, but they don't want to kill them. Those are completely different things. Yes, you do 3 disgusting, low tactics to win debates.
The very act of debating something implies that there is some standard of evidence that would make that thing tolerable. No such standard of evidence exists for the forcible removal and incumbent murder of minorities and other undesirables.
Wow, you can tell this guy really practices what he preaches because it's clear he hasn't debated an alt-righter before because he doesn't even know what they believe. They don't want to eliminate people of color. They don't want to eliminate immigrants. They don't want to kill these people. That's what Nazis want to do, but that's not what they want to do. And if he debated them, he would know that. But instead, he censors them, and he wonders why every time he gets in a debate with one, they kick his ass. It's because he doesn't even know their fucking position. The most extreme alt-righter, the most extreme ones, only want to deport immigrants. They want to deport people of color. They don't want to kill them. They don't want to hurt them at all. So that's not fascism. Fascism is controlling the government, making them hurt people to push your political goal. Okay? They don't want to hurt people, so they're not fascist. They're not fascist. You're communist. You want to use government to force people into communism. And if they disagree, you want to hurt them. That is fascism. Communism, which is what you are, is more fascist than the alt-right. Frankly, if you ask me, you're both wrong, but you're even more fascier than what you deem to be the fascists.
To present this idea as even hypothetically considerable is monstrous.
You're right, genocide is the worst thing ever, but don't you forget that left-wingers, communists, anarcho-communists like you are the ones who are advocating genocide, while the alt-righters that you are claiming want genocide do not. Here are some anarcho-communists like you who are friends of yours who advocate genocide.
You're gonna get lined up against the wall. We're gonna put the cap into ANCAPs one at a time.
And if we're not willing to even consider an idea, we certainly shouldn't debate its legitimacy. But, I mean, I get it. I understand why you might want to. Fascism, white nationalism, ethno-states, these are completely illogical ideas that fall apart under even the slightest scrutiny, and reveal themselves as the hateful fantasies of deranged toilet people that they actually are. You'd think it would be pretty easy to poke holes in these philosophies. And sure, you might not convince the person that you're debating, but you might convince people in the audience, right? Maybe. Maybe not. I mean, you have the truth on your side, but the truth isn't actually as convincing to the average person as a compelling fiction. That's why fascists lie. They always lie. They lie a lot.
No, you're the liar, and when you debate them, that gets exposed. That's why you don't like debating them. Left-wingers are the ones that say that there's 91 deaths by gun violence a day in America, which leads you to believe there's 91 gun murders a day in America, which is a bold lie, because most of those are freaking suicides. You cut out the suicides, there's only 32 gun homicides, and even that's a lie because they pretend that's murder. Gun homicides include self-defense cases, so it's way less than 32. It's more like, 20 or something. So we go from 91 gun murders a day to 20, so they freaking lie. They try to say that there's 400 mass shootings in the year 2017, when more than half of those, not a single person died. Then there's Everytown for Gun Safety, where I swear 90% of their freaking school shootings are completely fabricated. Actually, like 95% of them are fabricated. For example, if you commit suicide or have an accidental discharge and you share a street with the school, that's a school shooting. If a school hears a gunshot, it's a school shooting, according to Everytown for Gun Safety. A police officer committed suicide in a school parking lot of a former school, so it wasn't even a school anymore, and that was considered a school shooting at Everytown for Gun Safety. A child ended up grabbing a gun off a police officer's belt and shooting it and not hurting anybody. That was considered a school shooting to Everytown. They said there was 18 school shootings in the beginning of the year 2018 when there was one. It's ridiculous. Left-wingers lie about everything. Right-wingers have the facts to back them up. That's why you hate debating them. The difference between a left-winger and a right-winger is a left-winger feels that feelings are more important than facts. A right-winger believes that facts are more important than feelings.
Lying is like their main thing. If they were honest about what they wanted, they'd be run out of town on a rail. They'll never just straight up tell you that they advocate genocide.
Because they don't. They want to deport people. They don't want to kill them. You sit there and say that they're liars when you're sitting there lying about their goddamn position. They don't even have that position. You couldn't be lying harder if you tried. And what's funny is you're sitting there calling them the liar. That is ridiculous.
They'll say some horseshit like peaceful ethnic cleansing or pleasant displacement or loving concentration camps.
Okay, so either one of two things is going on here. Either you have never heard what an alt-righter actually believes, or you're dishonestly lying about their position to your audience. Do you even know what a left-winger is? A left-winger is someone that's fighting positions that people don't even hold. For example, they hate the alt-right for wanting to kill a bunch of freaking black people and kill immigrants, even though that's not what they want to do. They also hate guns because they believe that there's a gun crime epidemic, when that's not even close to the truth. In the last 25 years, gun violence has dropped by over 50%. 1997 was in the middle of the assault weapons ban, which banned assault rifles, which are AR-15s, AK-47s, 30-round magazines, and so on. Since we brought those things back, since we brought back the AR-15 and the AK-47 and 30-round magazines, the crime rate has dropped 51%. So those things save lives. They don't hurt people. They say that rifles are like the biggest killer and we got to ban all rifles. Rifles kill less than knives in this country. Point is, he's fighting some fucking boogeyman. All left-wingers are. A boogeyman that doesn't exist!
And sure, you can provide evidence that that claim is just made up, but what are the odds that your refutations are as memorable and engaging as the claim itself? What are people going to remember? The horrible made-up racist nonsense? Or the dry statistics which suggest that nonsense might be a little bit misleading? Not to mention that while you're busy refuting one claim, your opponent can just say 10 more whack things and there's just shit all you can do about it. Eventually, you're going to look like a paranoid loon if you say that they're lying about everything, even if they actually are. Fascism is not smart, but fascists can be cunning. They know that people don't always respond to the best data. They respond to the most emotionally compelling story.
Yeah, and apparently you know that too, because that's exactly what you do. You say the alt-right, conservatives, libertarians, Republicans, and ANCAPs are all fascist when they're not. You say the alt-right is trying to exterminate people, kill them, when in fact they're just trying to deport them. You say that they're manipulating people. No, that's what you're doing.
They know how to manipulate people. They know how to make everyone afraid of the other.
That's exactly what you're doing. You're trying to turn your opponent into some boogeyman that he's not by lying about him. Everything that you're saying that they do is exactly what you fucking do. It's hilarious.
You can debunk, dispute, disparage someone without their presence, without them getting a word in edgewise.
Oh, how noble of you.
Is that fair? Well, no. We don't need to be fair to them. They're not going to be fair with us. And maybe at this point you're saying, we need to be better than they are. We're already better than they are.
Then it shouldn't be hard to prove then, right?
We're not arguing that it's okay to exterminate human beings.
That is not their position. That is a literal lie, and you know it.
If you want to present a case against fascism, please do. We need lots of people doing that. What I'm saying is, don't give them the opportunity to rebut you.
Well, sir, you just failed, because guess what I just did? I rebutted you.
It's not more moral to give them a platform than it is to deny them one. Quite the opposite, in fact. Every inch of ground they seize brings us one step closer to people being murdered.
No, it doesn't. You just want people to believe that.
And every inch that you argue with them about is one more inch they can seize. You're taking a huge gamble, and to what end? To hopefully convert a few of their followers? Why are the souls of their followers more important than the safety of their victims? Fascism is an existential threat to Jewish people, LGBT people, people of color, neurodivergent or disabled people, and pretty much anyone else that gets in their way.
Last I checked, it was alt-righters who were protecting a guy in a wheelchair, while there was anarcho-communists, which is what you believe, attacking the guy in the wheelchair. I have never heard of an alt-righter being against people in wheelchairs. You literally took what Nazis believe and attributed that to what the alt-right believe, even though those are completely different philosophies. Again, you're trying to paint your opponent as Nazis when they're not. And you're doing that by strawmanning them, by saying that they hold a position they don't even hold, and then arguing against that position they don't even hold. This is why precisely you can't debate them, because when you do, they point out, hey, that's not even what I believe. Then they actually tell you what they actually believe, and it makes a lot more sense than you let on. Then suddenly you start to lose ground to your own audience. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why he doesn't like to debate alt-righters. It's because he likes to strawman his opponent, and he can't strawman them if they're right in front of him. Anyways, this video's over. If you guys like it, be sure to subscribe to me. And subscribe to my secondary and third channel. Links are in the description box. Also, consider donating to my Patreon. I need more support. Also, consider buying my merchandise. Link, again, is in the description box. Thank you for watching. Catch you on the next one. Penis.